Hello YouTube. Christ, 2 in a day? Getting a bit prolific. I'll have to slow myself down so I know things to review. You probably see from behind me here, it's now evening and I'm doing my first late night review. I try and cram them in the afternoon if I can because it's a better lighting, but I've just got one that I wanted to show you all so you could have a look at it and see what you think. So I'm now doing it at night. So without further ado, may I introduce you to Cyberverse Prime Commander Ultra Magnus. Isn't he awesome? I love his vehicle mode, it's really cool. It's nice and squat and bulky looking, and I'm not entirely sure about the cannon, but for the most part he's lush. Look at all that. It's fantastic. Nice wheels that roll nice properly on the front as well. I love his colour scheme. You know, a bit of a nod to J1. Obviously there's no white in it, but they've got like the silver instead, which is quite nice. Nice little bit of detail on sort of the front grille here, and nice little windscreen. And then obviously you've got his energon weapon. I hate these energon weapons, but actually this one is probably the best out of all of them. It's just like a little, well, it's supposed to be a gun, I think, when it's in vehicle mode, and then transform it for the robot mode into a hammer. And it's probably the best one that I've seen. All the other energon weapons are shite, but I quite enjoy this one. It's nice. Only problem with the vehicle mode, which I've so far neglected to show you, is that once you take that hammer out, you've basically got his legs, which I can get over it because I like this toy quite a lot, but the legs are just there for all to see. No real attempt to hide it, no panels, no anything like that. I'm sure they could have done something just to cover those up. Like, I mean, that's basically half the robot there in vehicle mode. I mean, you can't tell when it's like that. You know, when he's lying down, and if he's got his hammer on, it does cover up a bit of it. But legs, vehicle, legs, vehicle, legs. So yeah, I don't know, it's a bit daft. And also there's a weird little thing here. Just here, there's two wheels that peg into each other when you turn them into vehicle mode, and I'm not entirely sure what they're for. They don't move, so they're obviously just there for display, like, and show when he's in actual robot mode, which is an interesting little touch. But yeah, that's pretty much all there is to say about this vehicle. He is probably the longest out of all the Cyberverse commanders, Bulkhead, Optimus Prime and so on, but when he transforms he's actually the same size as them all. It's just, I think it's just the vehicle mode with his feet sticking out here, just making him a bit longer. So without further ado, let's get him into... I've just popped his leg off, whee! I was going to say let's get him into vehicle mode, and I've just knackered him. Never mind. There we go. Right, so I've just split the legs, and I've split his arms and the front carb bit. So all you do, you just twist the waist round, get the legs out, so he's like that. That then leaves you with the arms. You just get those folded back, and then the front bits of the carb actually fold down to become shoulder pads, which I really like. I think that looks awesome. That's fantastic. It's a little bit like the G1. It's almost like a nod to him in a way, which is really nice. And then you just flick his head up, and there you have him. Ultra Magnus. What a bot mode. He's absolutely mint. Love him. No kibble, no nothing. Back's a little bit plain, but that's alright because there's a purpose for that. But yeah, I love him. Love his little shoulder pads, love his arms. The legs look really nice. You can see the wheels on the inside there. They do add a little bit actually to the robot mode, and it does look quite nice. So obviously what you do is you just get his hammer, have to bear with me tonight, lads. There you go, and then you can just hold that like a big hammer wielding beast. Isn't he lovely? He's got a lovely face, which I think I've probably said about 1,000 times now. I'll show you in the photos at the end because my camera won't pick it up properly when I'm doing this. But there's also a storage spot for the hammer, which goes just on his back here. If I can just get that sorted out for you. So you can just sort of plug it in on his back, and then you can just carry it without using his hands, which I quite like that. Although it does look like he's got big case of blue energon balls. But yeah, never mind. What else is there to say? He's got some really good articulation. He's got loads of articulation actually. It's all ball jointed, as you could tell from me popping the leg off when I was transforming him. So his legs ball jointed at the hips. He's got a nice bit of knee movement. It doesn't go all the way back, that's as far as it'll bend, but it's probably enough. His feet, due to transformation, also bend on a decent little angle there. It's a little bit weird around his shoulders. His shoulders are on ball joints, and they are quite loose. This is the only problem I've got with him. Sometimes he can't really, if you're trying to pose him, he can't sort of hold his hammer up because it's a bit too heavy for his joints. But yeah, you've got like some nice ball joints there. Elbows are ball jointed, with nice and tight. And then the weird bit is probably due from transformation. He's got like this weird, these blue bits here, a bit strange because they just sort of bend forward, so you can like dislocate his shoulder. They don't click in or anything, so they just kind of stay like that. So I'm not really entirely sure about that. You probably see a little blue peg on the back there. That's for if you had the star hammer out. Which, hang on, bear with me. Which I have here. This is the little light pack cannon thing from the back of the star hammer. You plug it into the back of Ultra Magnus, just like that, and then the idea is when you press the button his chest lights up. Now this is absolute shite, so don't blame me if it doesn't work. Oh, hey, there you go, look at that. It only works at night apparently. So it does that with all the Cyberverse commanders. I really don't see the point of it. It's absolute bollocks if you ask me, but that's basically it. So yeah, Ultra Magnus, he's awesome. I love him. I can't wait to see the I think they're doing a Voyager version or something, or it might be the Fall of Cybertron one, but you know, he's an awesome character. I've always loved Ultra Magnus. And this is yet another excellent Cyberverse commander. Yet to find a bad one yet, but yep, that's me done for now. So thank you very much for watching, and I shall get back to you soon. Ta-da!